Yes, we should be live now. And let's check the mic. My mic is working, so that's a plus. Oscar?
Great.
Yeah, Oscar's mic's working too. And Chris?
And welcome to another show.
Yes, that's definitely working too. Welcome, everybody, to another weekly stream of the Grindelwald Busters. We were just having a chat before we went live and trying to get the technical things working again, which this week is a lot better than last week because we were more prepared. But we were mentioning the fact that apparently we have grown into 30 plus subscribers to the channel. So whoever those people are, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Welcome to our community.
The question is, are they watching live or not?
I don't know. I can probably see that somewhere. I'll check that later. I'm getting a WhatsApp from Edwin, who is still our top viewer, and he says everything's fine in the stream now, so everything is looking good, which is good to know. Thank you very much, Edwin. So yeah, how can we? Let me see if I can shortly check without. There are 2 concurrent viewers, which is probably Edwin and one of you two. Or maybe there's another.
Yep.
But no. So that's the live audience is still not. What was that?
Really
Okay.
picking up.
No,
Yeah.
the live audience. I heard something really weird, but anyway, the live audience is still not what it should be. But okay, that's something that might grow
Now-
later.
I was going to say, if you want to be positive about it,
Yeah.
we've had 100% increase
Yeah.
because we only normally have one viewer, so we've doubled our viewer count.
Yeah, let's be positive like that. That sounds like a really good plan. Okay, I am in the meantime trying to do a little bit of pre-work on our Google screen, so that can be blended in later.
Oh yes.
So that should be cool. But yeah, let's talk about this week. I mean, what we're gonna do in this show is obviously after the unboxing, which wasn't really an unboxing. Normally the unboxing goes, they show all the bags and everything, but we did that. We did sort of an unboxing, and I think Chris has done some steps in the building process, so we definitely need to do. Oh, there we go. We see a little bit there, preview, a teaser. So we're gonna look at that. I've got one or two things that I'd like to show, just short things, on the Lego front. Then we've seen a new Lego kit that I think we all really like. Let's shortly take a look at that. And I got a link that was sent in by Oscar of yet another really cool looking like trail truck, RC truck, and I think we should probably take a look at that too. But before we all do that, let's do our weekly did anything really awkward or strange happen this week? I
mean,
don't think so. Not really.
I started watching Drive to Survive on Netflix.
Okay. Oh, cool. I haven't yet.
Yeah, me too.
It's another interesting season.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Max is in it, even though he said he's not.
No, but
Mostly because they can't keep him out of it.
no. Well, how can you keep no? I think.
Yeah.
Well,
he's not specifically interviewed, but he's
no.
there.
I think that's it. Probably. I think. Well, you cannot not film somebody. You know, it's just. Okay, but that's interesting. I haven't seen anything yet.
We just watched episode 3 or episode 4, which was the Gunther Steiner episode.
Oh yeah.
which was every bit as entertaining as it always is.
Fucker,
you look like a bunch of wankers. It's oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, I need to. I didn't know for some reason that it already started. I thought it was next week, but okay, that's cool. Let's. I mean, I'll probably start watching tonight then when we finish the show and try and catch up with you. But yeah, so that's it's like the last seasons. It's cool. It's
pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to see, and it's 4K,
Oh,
so
that's
it's also nice
also
image
very
quality.
good, yeah.
And I think I have also seen now up until the Gunther Steiner episode. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, so actually, there's Robert Doornbos, the Dutch guy who once drove in the Red Bull as well, but. So he said, it's indeed a show because he knows, of course, the tracks around the globe, and he says, well, sometimes they are mixing images. It's just the wrong track with the commentary, etc. So you really need to look at it as being a show.
But it's had the effect they wanted. It's got a lot of the American audience interested. Which was kind of what they wanted.
Well,
yeah.
And and what I actually like is that you hear a bit more of the what has been said across the radio when they were driving, and also of course what they're saying to each other in the box. So you really hear them swearing and
so a lot more swearing.
being annoyed and. So that's of course something you normally not see on the TV.
It's interesting because when they play the pit radios and things, you still get the impression, and this is what we talked about last year. You still get the impression that a lot of the drivers, when they get bad news, they just get on with it and they're like, "Yep, okay, whatever, just keep racing." But Hamilton, every time he gets bad news, he just starts blaming the car and the engineers, the management, the tires and the brakes. You know, and that's that. All the radio conversations they've played in Drive to Survive so far kind of support that. You know, it's like he's just so whiny.
Yeah.
True.
But it's a show. It's made to be entertaining. You know, and it's good. I mean,
well,
it is. That's fine. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna watch that. Probably start tonight. I finished watching. What's the thing? The on Disney. The
Little Mermaid.
The not Little Mermaid and not Frozen. The Marvel stuff. So I watched the show with the bow,
the Useless Avenger,
bow and arrow man, and that was actually much better than I expected. And I watched the movie
because of him. That was a good show, not because of him. That was a good show because of the girl, basically, who's becoming.
Yeah. She made it. She brought it to life. That's true.
He was as useless as he always is.
True. That's true. No, but I like that. I like that a lot better than I had expected. And then we should have probably turned that around, but then we watched Black Widow. Also. So we watched that yesterday. That was cool too. So now we're ready to go and watch Drive to Survive. Probably.
You're all up to date.
Yeah. So on the Formula One front, of course, Drive to Survive. Then there was some more testing. I haven't really closely followed it, but I've seen some things coming by, and apparently Max did a really good.
New Mercedes side pods.
Yeah, the Mercedes side pods are just
really interesting. I mean, I have a lot of respect for the engineers to find the one thing that was missing in the regulations and exploit it. You know, it's a shame that Mercedes got there first, but I always enjoy seeing that sort of stuff where they they look at the regulations and they go, it doesn't specifically say we can't do this.
No. Well, it's interesting to see. I mean, the game. I feel that the game really is also to not show stuff, to sort of put others on the wrong foot. And I've done that always. I mean, the testing last year, I think Ferrari was super strong, and then they were nowhere, and so it always shifts when the first race starts. But what was interesting to see, and I don't know if that's also game or is that apparently Max drove his fastest lap while he wasn't even trying, which maybe doesn't mean as much because if maybe Mercedes haven't also been trying just to make sure that they don't give away too much in testing. So we
will only know in Bahrain this week.
I know that's where everything will start looking, and then we know if this side pod thing that Mercedes has done is a gamble that's going to pay off or not, and still you have to commend them for trying, at least whether it works or not. I mean, it's still something that they're really going out there and trying to make a difference. So I agree, I like that too. But
I like that they are trying to find new ways, but I actually find it a very ugly car now.
Mercedes is very ugly. It's weird because we're so used to seeing cars that are kind of this shape at the side, and it's now this shape at the side. It just looks weird.
Yeah, it looks weird. Yeah.
But they've managed. So if you remember in the FIA regulations, they outlawed barge boards this year.
Yeah.
What they've done with the splitter, the three splitters on the front of the bottom of the floor, the outside one is so large and so long now, it's basically a barge board again. But it technically qualifies as being a splitter.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And Red Bull have done the same thing, and Aston Martin have done the same thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how they race once they get everybody on track together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
True.
yeah, true. And what I also think, but that was also last couple of years already going on, is that the floor is much bigger than the rest of the car actually needs to be.
It needs to be
So
now.
there's and now it's really
Yeah.
huge. So you really
It's
see
that downforce wing.
I mean, it's going to be interesting because the first time any two cars get too close together, if they get their wheels interlocked, that floor is going to be the first thing that goes.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And if they lose that floor on one side and they're relying on Venturi to try and keep the car on the track, and then one side's gone, all the air's going to come out of there and it'll destroy the car.
Yeah. Because of all that new downforce and air streams, damage to a car will be completely disaster probably if.
True.
Okay. Yeah. Well. We'll see. Also, tires, what are they gonna do? It's all new, so there's bound to be weird things breaking off and tires exploding.
The covers on the wheels.
Yeah, the covers on the wheels, pit stops is probably gonna be a little bit different. I think even Red Bull had a fall off the jack. It's all different. So and that makes it interesting, obviously. So I'm okay with that. So let's hope for a couple of great races. I have now started my week's trial of the Formula One TV app.
Okay.
Just to see how that goes. I was gonna start it, and then I needed credit card things, and I was in bed trying to do that, so I didn't go out and get my credit card, so I'm gonna do it somewhere.
Okay, so you've allowed enough time that your 1 week trial includes the Bahrain.
Of course, yes. That it will include that anyway. And then
I just bought 1 year of Formula One.
I could probably.
Pro.
It
was 52 euros or something for a complete year.
It's.
Well, there was actually a discount.
Okay. So is this the official Formula One?
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to know what you think of that, because if you use the app, you should be able to pick any camera at any time.
Exactly.
So now they've advertised that for 4 years, but for the last 3 years, it's not really worked.
Okay.
Well,
and they're saying again now this year, you can pick any of the cameras.
Yeah.
You can watch like the over-the-shoulder camera from Max Verstappen the whole time, and then have everything else in a column down the side.
Yeah.
But it's not worked for 3 years.
No, well, that would be bad. But
what they say is that that you can use up to 6 different devices at the same time. So you can really put one screen, of course, on your TV,
a laptop on another.
Your iPad, your laptop.
That would be worth
your
it if they did an Apple TV app, but they don't. They only do apps for mobile devices.
Oh, there's an Apple TV app.
Really?
I installed it and it's up and running.
Okay, because the last time I looked, which was about 6 weeks ago, they said it's device only. It's like Android and iOS tablets and phones. They're not doing one for Apple TV. If you've got it installed.
Yeah.
Oh, should probably try that. Yeah, but what you're saying, Oscar, is that if you can have 6 devices logged on, then you can have 6 different user interfaces. We can have a laptop, a tablet, and a TV and everything. All showing something else really. Have a main screen and some side screens with other things going on, like a studio. So that'd be cool. So I'm gonna. I thought I had, but I was gonna, but now I've not. Anyway, I'm gonna get that app too, and maybe I'll do a year also. Just because that's cheaper in the end. So let's see how that goes. So yeah, and then on Formula One there was this thing where Hamilton was saying with the car as it is now, we're not going to get any wins.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, and you could see the memes coming already. Mercedes saying they're not quick, and then Mercedes being quicker than anyone else. It's getting old. They've been doing that game for years now. It makes you wonder if now maybe it's true, but again, we will see how that goes. But it was again, you know, it's Hamilton, the same thing, you know, saying,
Yeah,
"Oh,
it's
we're
the
not,
same thing
we're not,
over and over again.
we're not so strong," and I don't know, you know, and then they probably have the fastest car anyway. But then again, you don't know. I've seen the weirdest teams setting good times. So even Haas, I think Mick Schumacher did a great time, you know. So they're trying everything, obviously, to get there. So that'll be good. And also, it's good.
We'll know more about it after this weekend.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. It's gonna be. We missed it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was I think for Formula One most of it. The rest of the week was not a lot going on. So maybe we should probably switch over to the Vespa thing.
Yeah.
And see if we both have sound still. Yes, I think we have. Let's put this to the side a little bit. Put this to the other side so you can see something. And then see if we can... you guys both have audio?
Yep.
Yep.
I hope so.
Everything's still working, so that's fine. Okay, so I think it was already last week when Oscar mentioned it, and I already also saw it, but we forgot to talk about it last week, or didn't have time, whatever. This is Lego's new Vespa, and I think it looks absolutely great. It's all the angles and what they did to do that. It's quite big, I think. I don't know.
If you watched Racing Brick's review, it is pretty big.
Yeah. It's can I see that somewhere? It's 1100 and something bricks. Can I see how big it is? Don't think that it says that, but it's quite big.
About that big.
Yeah.
It's 35 centimeters long.
Yeah.
And 22 centimeters
so
high.
that's really a cool thing. And I just love how they did that. The guy you mentioned, Chris, the guy from Racing Bricks, has done a review on it.
I like the detail in the engine. On the right hand side, where you can pull the motor cover off and see the engine.
That's very cool too. Here we've got some pictures of the thing. I like the way it looks. The proportions are very well done.
Yeah.
All the angles. There's a lot of round stuff going on, which is always fun because Lego isn't round, obviously. But the way they made this look, and also the wheels. I like the white walled wheels that they did with that.
Racing Brick was pretty funny in his review because he said the steering isn't limited, so you can spin the steering 360 degrees.
Okay. You can go.
He said so to get the sort of photos that you see on the website is impossible unless you actually glue the steering in place, because if you put the helmet on there, it just
spins around.
So
the helm is also part of it, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Think so.
Yeah. Also the spare tire. That's the motor.
Yeah, the motor.
Yeah, that's cool too. Kickstarter. Yeah.
But they've done a really good job. This is one of those where you don't have to use much imagination to see the original.
Yeah.
To see the original thing, because they've got all of the curves and everything just right.
It's really, really cool. And I am also really close to getting this one because it's just so cool. But it looks cool, you know. You can put it as here. You can put it somewhere on the side table or whatever, and it just looks really cool.
So so when I'm over in Holland, we need to go to the Mall of the Netherlands in Leidsenhaag.
Yeah, let's do that.
Then you can go to the Lego shop, and I can encourage you to buy it.
Yes, let's definitely do that. Let's meet up in the Lego shop in Leidschendam. It's a very good idea, actually.
I have a friend over here who noticed that the Lego 8080, the Star Wars AT-AT, the new one, the UCS version was in stock again.
Okay.
And he said he has some spare money at the moment.
Oh.
He's trying not to buy it. So I texted him. I texted him back. I said, if you're looking for me to dissuade you from buying it, you come to the wrong place. it's not going to be me.
We should probably text him while we're there, saying we're going to buy the last
Yeah.
one now.
I'll just send him a picture and say, look what we found.
Yeah, look what we found. I'm going to buy it. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, so again, I mean, I really like the thing. Oh, there's a little movie here.
Speaking of
Cat, Imperial Cat.
that was unplanned.
That's cool. Yeah, but it's cool. It's a good. It's a happy little accident. Yeah. Yeah, there's some movie here.
That's what my mum and dad called me.
Yeah.
A happy little accident.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks great. Here's another movie where it turns around. It has it has the white walls tires here too, but they look grey here.
Yeah.
They don't look white. There's a difference here, but
The white of the white wall tire is actually in the plastic wheel.
oh, so it's probably grey, not white, because it looks grey here.
It is pretty white. If you looked at the way Walash filmed it for Racing Brick, it looks pretty white.
Yeah, because here in this movie, it looks actually more grey.
Yeah, it seems like it's much whiter than.
But in the other, where was it? Here it already looks much wider.
Yeah.
No, and on the
here
images,
I hope it's like this because it's well, it's just great. So yeah, so let's. I think let's. Well, we have to make arrangements for when you're over here, Chris. Anyway, and set up meetings and do whatever we want to do. I know when you hop back and forth to the UK, and then try and obviously to have Oscar also somewhere in the area.
We might be able to do the show next week or the week after with me there.
Yeah, that would obviously also be really nice. So yeah, so Vespa, yeah, love it, and I think it's a great great
kit.
Great kit. Yeah, so let's go there. The only thing that I'm always worried about is when I'm in the Lego store. There are approximately 10 or 20 kits that I really want to have, and then I start wondering: should I get the Vespa or should I get the AT-AT? Should I get this?
Well, like I said, if you're going with me, I'm not going to be the best person to
You end up with multiple boxes.
I mean, if I'm there, I can carry another couple of boxes for you.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I mean that's really good. It sounds better and better. It's a good plan all around. So.
Do you want to talk Lego Formula One before we move on?
Yeah, let's do the Formula One car. Yeah, close this one.
So this is where it is so far.
Okay, cool. Oh wow.
So I've just yesterday started on the aerodynamic pieces on this side.
It's quite large.
Yeah, it's big.
It is.
It has some really, really neat pushrod suspension. You can actually see it a bit better at the back. Let's see. I need to get this the right way around so you can see it. So the pushrod suspension here, you can see the shock absorber.
Yeah.
And then this piece on top here is this sort of 90-degree piece for the that takes the push from the suspension arm up here and then turns it into the lateral movement for the shock absorber. So if I
you push that up.
I do this without the rest of the car there. So
yeah.
It's kind of hard to do without the wheels on, but
it's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
So as I lift that up, you can see the shock absorber moving.
Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah. The black part.
So and then the one at the front is they've done the same sort of thing in here, but you can barely see it. I mean, it's
in
quite,
there. Yeah.
Right in there.
Okay. Cool.
But again, they've done a really nice job on that.
Yeah.
It has steering, obviously, so it's got the little steering wheel that steers the front hubs.
Cool. Cool.
The motor is I hold the other side.
Yeah.
It just runs the little V6 in there. But they've done some really interesting stuff around the back here. You can see how they've started to do the aerodynamic pieces around the back, like this piece here and everything.
Yeah.
You know, this is.
Yeah.
So they've done some really nice inventive stuff. You know, like these pieces here in front of the rear wheels that you can see.
Yeah.
Pick up. That stuff.
Yeah.
I did have one interesting moment. There's a beam in here that's 7 long.
Yeah.
That goes on here. This beam. Is it that one? Or... Yeah, I think it's that. No, it's this one here.
Oh, okay.
And I got to that part in the assembly instructions, and I needed 2 beams that were 9, and I had one that was a 7 and one that was a 9. I'm like,
Yeah.
where's the other 7? And the other 7 was in here.
Okay.
Or the other 9 was in here at the front.
Uh-huh.
I'd put a 9 instead of a 7, and this
Oh.
was step 1 of bag 2.
Okay.
So it was the very first step. So I had to try and fish this out of the front of here and replace it.
Yeah. Oh.
And the problem is there's it's hard to tell, but there's a solid frame in here. There's one of those pieces which is a complete solid frame.
Yep.
And everything's wedged into it. So
Okay.
I had to take all of the front end apart just to get this one beam out and put the correct one back in. And I had to use pliers and all sorts of tools because I was trying to grab the smallest parts of Lego and pull them out after they've been assembled. And
oh wow. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, this piece especially right here, this little piece here that is the strength for the front pushrod suspension.
Mm-hmm.
This is extremely hard to get out once you put it in.
Okay. Okay.
So,
yeah.
But I had to do that to get it out. You know, it got so hard at one point I was actually considering just ordering a spare part and leaving the wrong one in front. But,
have me. You will. We're gonna have me 3D print one, and then get it when you're over. Yeah. Well, you know, it happens.
It looks pretty good. I mean, you can
does,
see
yeah,
the complexity in the front suspension here is right.
Yeah. I really like it. Yeah. Also, as you say, the aerodynamics, like the brake ducts and that thing in the wheel.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah.
And you know, you can see the flat.
Yeah.
The flat floor. And then these pieces at the front here are the these are what are basically they're using to form the air tunnels into the underside of the into the underside of the chassis.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's been a couple of really awkward steps so far, especially where you join the back to the front.
Okay.
So you build this section first, then you build this section second, and then you join them right here in front of the engine.
Yeah.
And it was one of those where there were like 8 different studs that you had to line up.
Yeah.
And then lots of different bits you had to push in afterwards.
Yeah.
And it was just
Yeah.
it was awkward, but you know, it's pretty strong now. You know, you can hold it anywhere and it doesn't
really bend.
You know, the front doesn't bend up and down or anything.
Right,
so
it's cool. It's really rigid. It's cool.
Lots and lots of stickers.
Oh yeah.
So many stickers.
Yeah.
You would assume that it's how is it called? A model with on the left and on the right side always the same parts. So what happened with your 9er and 7?
It was a 9 that went across the front here.
Okay.
Oh,
it was
okay.
part of it's part of the front suspension support.
Yeah.
So it was one of the very few pieces that goes across instead of along.
Yeah.
And I'd used a 7 instead of a 9. Or I'd used a 9 instead of a 7, and then when I came to the rest of it, I'm like, and the reason I knew that there was a problem was because I've had so many of these kits that have had pieces missing, but this was a 9 long beam, and I thought there's just no way that that's missing. I must have put it somewhere wrong.
Yeah.
And I started going backwards through the handbook, and I got all the way back to step 1, bag 2, and there it was. I'm like,
yeah.
If you're gonna make a mistake, do it in the worst place to recover it.
Yeah. So do you guys sometimes watch? I think the guy is called RC Kicks on YouTube on the channel. Yeah, and this guy is also 9 out of 10 times when he's making a new RC car, he always says, I did this wrongly and needed to start over.
I like that he is so enthusiastic, but also he makes stupid mistakes like we all do, you know. But he's okay with that, you know. Oh yeah, I did something really, really stupid again. And he's like a real UK lad, so how can I say it? The way he talks is also in itself like, you know, funny. And it's cool to watch him. And he can be very how do I say it? Yeah, I know. RC Kicks. We'll probably link it. I may have linked it already one time, but it's fun to watch.
Maybe, yeah. But Chris, you reminded me of him.
Yeah, don't forget.
Always making somewhere
always
a
a
mistake
mistake.
building a Lego. Yeah.
But it's a great
It's-
kit.
It looks pretty good. So this will be finished by next week's show, but by next week I'll be in Holland. So
Yeah. No,
we might just have to show photos of it or something.
that's fine. We can do whatever we want, or show it when you get back, or whatever. That's all fine. But thank you for sharing that. That's fun to see, and it makes me also want one, of course, again. So that's always nice. But Oscar, did you bought some kits? You got some kits, I think, but you haven't built any of them, or have you? No.
No, I'm sitting on them. Yeah. Well, now. Actually, yeah, still two. So I've one of the speed champions still to make, the Toyota Supra.
Yeah.
And so the space shuttle is still in mint condition in the
You've
box.
still not started the space shuttle.
No,
That's a
I'm
really
still,
fun kit to build.
Yeah, but I'm still wondering if I should build them.
Oh, you
yes
want to
or
keep
no.
it mint in box? Get another one. It lights it up.
Get another one and build that.
Yeah, indeed. Well, that's actually also something, and you see it more and more. The guys on YouTube as well who are really buying kits just to make money out of it, and of course it's the question if they are really
making money.
Making the money. But I saw a movie this week, or a YouTube movie about a guy who showed his room what he bought last year, just only last year, and it was for just over $20,000.
Well, I think.
And he said, well, so if you now look at the prices at Amazon, at eBay, etc., it should be already around 40k. So he doubled his money.
You only double your money when you really sell it. I mean, I see the prices online, but I'm not sure if everything sells for that. I mean, it could be.
If you're going to do it, you have to hang on to it for 10 years.
Yeah, it needs to be used as. I think you can make money out of it, but it's going to be not as much as some people make believe, I think, because they can put it on eBay for a ridiculous amount, but it doesn't say that they also sell it for that ridiculous amount. So I'm not sure, if that's really true. So that's one thing. And then there's the thing that same with model kits, like collecting the kits is a hobby in itself, and not building them, which is another thing.
Yeah, that happened to me once by mistake for the orange Porsche GT3 RS.
Oh yeah, you got one for free. Yeah,
got an extra one.
Yeah.
They sent us two by mistake.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things where we called Lego, we sent them an email and said, you sent us two by mistake, and they went, I'll just keep the second one.
Okay, that's cool.
So that one is still sealed in its actual shipping box, in the brown cardboard shipping box.
Yeah.
It's still, I've never even opened it.
No. Well, that's a good thing to just.
The other one is built and it's on the shelf up here.
Yeah, you should probably just.
But then you do not know for sure if it's the same car.
Yeah.
Maybe they shipped another box. It's completely
different. No, it's
different
interesting
kit.
because it's Schrödinger's cat. Or what?
Schrodinger's Lego.
It's Schrödinger's Lego. It is, and it isn't the Porsche. Yeah.
It is at the same time a Porsche
and not a Porsche. Yeah. Oh well, it's interesting. I'd love to. I mean, what you're saying, Oscar, is what I've been thinking too, but I don't even have the funds to just buy kits to build. But buying two makes a lot of sense just for peace of mind. Just have one mint in box, so that's there, and then have one for fun to build, which might or might not, go down in price. I saw the excavator that I had that Edwin has been building. That has gone up ridiculously in price. I saw one. Well, that was a new in box, I think, for €1,000. Well, mine isn't new in box, obviously. So that's going to be a lot lower. But I mean, I bought it for 130 or 140 euros, I think, back then. It's bound to be worth more than that, even built or not mint in box. But what are you gonna do? I mean, am I now gonna sell it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Obviously, if I get €1,000 for it, I'll sell it. But that's probably not gonna happen. So I don't know about these kits and selling and making money out of them. Maybe, but then you have to have the money, obviously, to just as an investment to just buy them and see what the return is.
True.
But buying two would be a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this guy really had from some kids 8 or 10. Or
well, you
whatever.
see this guy. I don't know the name of his channel. I can't recall it. And he's building a lot of Star Wars scenes. He's building the whole Scarab beach, and he is building all kinds of really big table-wide scenes with sea and beaches and trees and with Lego. And he just buys 20 sets like this. I'll come to that later. Just little sets because of the figures that are in there, and some parts that he wants to use, and he just buys them by the 10s or 20s, and just tears them apart and use them for the parts. It's a hobby on its own, but it's probably he has to have for tens of thousands of euros of Lego worth. So it's a lot of money. Then again, every hobby is expensive. If you have the money,
it's when you're not into that particular hobby. It can seem like you would ask, why do people spend so much money?
Yeah.
But the hobby is only worth as much as people will pay for it.
Exactly.
True.
So like these complex RC trucks and things like the one that you've got to show in a minute. The reason those are expensive is because people will buy them.
Yeah.
And that's what gives them pleasure, and that's where they choose to spend their money.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I have a friend at work who he plays Magic the Gathering, which is the RPG card game.
Mm-hmm.
And he collects these super rare Magic the Gathering cards.
Yeah.
And he has a couple of Magic the Gathering cards that are $5,000 or $6,000 for a card.
Unbelievable. Yeah. To me, that's unbelievable, but
that's unbelievable. But and he has them sealed in plastic, and he has them validated so that they have a certificate with them that says they're genuine and everything. And he bought one 4 or 5 years ago for 5,000, and he just recently sold it for 25,000.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
I'm like, okay, so at the time I thought he was mad for buying it for 5,000, but someone's just bought it off him for 25.
Yeah, who's madder? Yeah, it's true.
Who's the person who's madder now?
Yeah.
The person who paid 25,000.
The thing is that I've never been lucky in finding out what I should buy. I never invest in stuff like that because it's something. It can't be something that you like, because what I like never gets
exactly.
Gets
what
more
you like is
valuable.
what everybody else does.
What I like only goes down in price. But so there's something, I don't know. It's and I know the cards, also the Pokemon cards and stuff. There are cards that go for hundreds and thousands. It's amazing. It's like the baseball cards from back in the days,
And it's just what people put value in and what gives them pleasure, and that's where they spend their money. So
yeah. Just I did. Oh yeah.
Your friend from work, he should really say to his wife or whatever that what he pay for it for the cards, because you hear often that mostly men collect the complete life things like old LPs or whatever, and say they are worth nothing or whatsoever, because no, I'm not spending money that much, and then he dies,
and it turns out,
and the wife says, well,
you should know how much these are worth.
Yeah. Thousands of euros.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Stupid playing card.
Throw it away.
Well, but that's the other thing is that happens so often, is that if someone passes away and someone comes across their collection, they're like, oh, they're just playing, and they'll put them on eBay or something for like $5.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some collector will go, that's a $50,000 card, and they'll bid like $1,000 for it and just get it instantly.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I was afraid with that, that I sell something for way too little money, but as I said, I never have anything that's valuable. At least it doesn't look like it, but there might be something, but how am I going to know, what specific thing that I own might be worth a lot of money? I don't know. Anyway, so it's fun. Anyway, I was already showing this kit. This is a very tiny, like micro scale kit of the Mandalorian and Razor Crest, and I got that from Edwin as a thank you for lending in my Lego excavator. So I was really chuffed with that, especially because it's Star Wars, it's Mandalorian, but also it has the Mandalorian figure. I don't know if you see that, the Mandalorian figure with it, which makes it. That fact alone is really cool. So I was thinking of maybe, starting up, when I get to it, starting up a live stream on the Grindelwald Bastards channel and just build it during a live stream whenever I feel like it.
Those kits are fun because it's a small task that you can get done in an hour, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And it's just
you
don't have to think too much about it. Like this
little chat.
This Formula One car, I'm probably 3 hours into this so far.
Yeah.
About halfway through. So I spread it out because it gives me enjoyment.
Yeah.
But the small kits, I think I'll just build that now.
That's another thing. It's almost stressful because you don't want to go too fast. You say, okay, I'll do this book or I'll do this bag.
This bag tonight.
and then I'll stop, But you really feel like building, but you want to stop and you just like,
That's why this has only got the aerodynamics on one side.
Yeah.
So I had to find somewhere to stop so that it's nice. And
I can understand that.
I had to find somewhere to stop so that I could go and have something to eat or go and have dinner or go out or something.
I would, and I don't, that's a good a thing. It's sort of psychology or whatever you call it. Maybe it's even philosophy. I don't know. But what's better if you are building and you are really having fun building and you're relaxing and you're excited, is it better to just keep doing that and just don't mind that it will then be ready in a couple of hours in one day or whatever? Or is it better to break yourself out of that feeling just for the sake that you want to lengthen it or whatever and then start building again?
I prefer the second one. I prefer to make it last a bit longer.
Yeah.
Like when I built the Saturn V rocket, that took me a week.
Yeah.
I did the first stage in 2 days. I did the second stage in 2 days. Then I did the third stage in a day.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time, especially if you look at the cars, like the big cars they do, like the Land Rover and the GT3 RS, if you build that all in one go, all of the detail in the gearbox is gone. You can't see it once the model's finished. And it's kind of nice to leave it open for a day and just look at how they've built it, understand how it works and everything.
Yeah.
No, it's
true.
I just get a lot of fun out of doing that sort of stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do it too, or at least I try to pace myself and not do it all at once. But sometimes I also wonder. I think I'm sitting here and I do have the time now. I'm feeling great. Why am I even forcing myself to stop while I'm still having fun? But then there's the other side of sort of feeling that you're rushing it or whatever. But anyway, another thing which is really fun is that we're starting to get at the point where Giorgio is getting nicer presents than I am getting.
Oh wow! Yeah.
He was at the grandparents, and he saw some family that couldn't come to his birthday, and they bought him a bloody Speed Champions. Like Ferrari, like Le Mans '66 or whatever type of car this is, and it's just.
Wow.
I was totally excited because this is just gonna be a great build. And he was already saying, "Oh, this looks a little bit like something that I'm gonna probably need to build together with Dad," which I'm gonna do, obviously. So I'm really looking forward to start building this with him. Really nice Speed Champion kit. The guy from Racing Bricks also did a YouTube video on specifically the Speed Champions lineup, and he was really enthusiastic about it. And I think he's got a couple of good points. They are not crazy expensive, you know. It's all doable, and the size. I mean, the newer ones are a little bit wider. They're 8 studs instead of 6 or 5, what they did earlier. And that the smaller ones don't look good because it's just you can't get any shapes in that. But this is just at that point where you, with certain techniques and bricks, you can get that shape in it, and it just looks really really cool.
And the price, if you're into Lego, the price is an impulse buy.
Yeah.
It's just low enough that you would look at it and say,
I'll get that.
Don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's that's how I got the Supra. I was in a shop, like a toy shop with Giorgio, and I was just looking at it and I saw it. I think, oh wow, you know, and it was I don't know, 15 or 17 euros or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, that's, you know, no money, you know, 50 euros, you know, you go to you get a Big Mac and that's also what you pay. So that makes it like so cheap, and it's still, I mean, it's just a one go build, really. Yeah, you're not gonna split.
But it's still a fun thing to do.
You're not gonna split it up, but it's long enough. You know, it's probably a 2-hour or something build. You know, if you really take your time, and it's just fun to do it because it's a little bit more work. They're quite heavy. There's a lot of bricks in it, actually. Yeah. So
they are surprisingly heavy for how big. How small.
Yeah.
They're very dense.
Yeah, they are dense. Yeah, that's what it is. So anyway, I might. There are not a lot. They sell really fast, so there might be 1 or 2 that I'm gonna get myself also. I've seen some nice one. I think the Ford GT, the Golf one, looks really cool. And I hadn't seen this one, and it would probably not be the first that I would buy if I was gonna buy one. But now that we've got it, it looks like fun. Yeah. It looks like fun to get that built. So that's fun too. And he's got more kits. He's got so much Lego that he's got to be building for weeks or months now.
Of course, Dad's going to help him.
Of course, yes. I'll be there next to him, trying to help him. Yeah, that's good. Well, he helped with the crocodile, the Lego SBB crocodile. He helped a little bit with that, which was fun. So yeah. Anyway, let's maybe go on because we already have a lot of 10 minutes to go. I got a video link that Oscar sent me, and it's obviously a really nice looking
do you know the thing I like almost the most about that is the lights.
Yeah. Oh, that's her. Yeah, I know her. I didn't know it was this girl.
Yeah, it's the channel RC girl.
Yeah. I've started following her a while ago. She doesn't do a lot of videos, I think, but this I don't know why I haven't seen it because I'm following her. So anyway, but it looks really cool. It's the first time that I'm seeing it now, so I don't know if you've got any specifics on it, Oscar, or is it just?
Well, she did get it from AliExpress, I think, and but it's I searched for it, and it's actually starting at 820 euros.
It's quite expensive.
It's not a cheap one. No. Yeah, it's quite expensive, but and she said, well, it's really nice detailed, and a lot of stuff on it. So it's the roof. There are boxes on the roof.
I noticed it has the cables, the branch cables on the front.
Yeah. And actually, you need to remove these, and then you can lift the body off to the back. to
Okay,
open it.
okay.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
nice. So the hood is not opening, the doors are not
Uh-huh.
opening, but there's actually an interior
Uh-huh.
inside.
I like what they did with the
Uh,
windshield wipers, like the markings.
yeah, yeah,
That's really
yeah.
cool.
So it's completely weathered.
It's
Yeah,
weathered. Is the
it's
winch working? Probably
and
is.
there's
Maybe, I don't know. I think
yeah,
it
I
is. Yeah,
think
there's
so.
a
Yeah.
little hole here. So let's go a little bit further.
Okay.
See if we can. Oh yeah, it's got
Yeah,
the
see
roof
also
racks, or the
yeah.
the safety racks.
And
I
but
like
what
this
she
a camel
said,
trophy one
Yeah,
because that's a very recognizable color
I
scheme.
agree. I've
yeah,
always loved those camel trophy ones.
yeah,
Also the
me too.
like the Range Rovers
Yeah.
that they did were really great.
Oh, I'm still starting to cry about it. So when we so there are actually two things to this. I think they were only Burago
Yeah,
models
yeah.
or something. But I had a Range Rover
Me
Camel
too.
Trophy
Yeah,
Burago. It was
yeah,
such a
yeah,
nice car. I played
yeah.
so many hours
I
with
had
it.
one. I had one too.
But then the show, the Dukes of Hazzard
Oh yeah.
Oh
started,
no,
and
you jumped it.
I did all crazy things with all my Matchbox cars,
Yeah.
etc. And when I see them now, I
Yeah.
start crying.
you-
How
Yeah.
I really with a hammer,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
make,
yeah.
make dents in
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
etc. etc. But I had also, and I've been searching for it so often, is a Porsche 911
Yeah.
Targa, and then the winter edition. So it had skis
Oh,
on
yeah.
on a window roof
Yeah, yeah.
rack. It was such a nice car, and somehow I needed to dismantle this one as well.
Oh.
It was green one, so I thought it needed to be blue. So I
yeah.
really
Yeah. Yeah.
oh
Yeah, those are things that are terrible. I did something like that with a crane I had. It didn't work, and I asked my dad a couple of times to fix it, and he tried to fix it, and then it worked for an hour, and then it stopped working again. So it was broken all the time. And I was like, what am I going to do with this crane? You know, I'm going to probably toss it away. It doesn't work. It never works. Dad can't fix it. And I totally like smashed it and bent it and did everything to throw it away because it was, it didn't work. So and then, my dad said, "What did you do with the crane?" And he was all like upsetting, and I was, "Oh my God, what did I do?" I totally wrecked this crane. So I understand the feeling. But I'm looking at the technical stuff here a little bit. But it looks like really cool axles and everything.
Yeah.
It looks really, really great. The details are great. And DIRC is the brand or the
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna definitely take a little bit more of a look in that. Not that I'm probably gonna buy one, but I did something here that I don't like. If it bends, it turns a little bit. Oh, it got lights. Yeah.
And there were more things, so it's not really a crawler.
No, it's
At
a trail.
least not
trail
at the moment. There's not
No.
enough space,
No.
etc. So, but it is quite nicely driving
Yeah.
around, and because all the parts on the roof, so it's quite
top
heavy,
yeah.
on the roof.
Well,
so
to be honest, the nicest trucks are not the crawler ones, because a good crawl truck doesn't look nice because it has a very low center of gravity and not a lot on top, and you can crawl with that like crazy, and it's a sport in itself. But I would probably like more like a scale truck, like a trail truck, more than a crawl truck. And this does look really cool. So I'm gonna definitely watch this video a little bit more in detail. What I always hate is that the blinkers are turning on automatically when you turn the steering, which is not. I mean, I had on my truck. I could do it manually. Just put on the blinkers whenever I wanted to.
just so you know, that's accurate for America.
It
Because
is.
in America, they don't use the blinkers before they turn. They always use them as they turn.
Oh, okay. Okay, well that's a good then. But I would probably switch that off or do something else with that. But anyway, I mean it looks absolutely great. The detail and all the little things on the roof and the like the ladder and yeah, it's really cool and it looks like it's driving pretty good. I mean it's all slowed down, but I like the scale. The wheels have the right size, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice. So if there's still somewhere 900 euros to find.
Yeah, after
then,
we've been to the
it is.
Lego, after we've been
After we've
to
been to the Lego store.
yeah, we yeah, not
Yeah.
probably not after the Lego store, but yeah, okay. No, it's.
I mean, you
it's
look
fun.
in a hobby shop now, you could get a staff discount.
Yeah, well, the staff discount in our hobby shop is absolutely not worth it. That's just not a reason to work there.
No.
But then again, I have to say that the margins are really thin on a lot of things now, so there's not a lot you can do anyway. On most of the nicer stuff, margins for toy shops are just terrible. Also for the RC cars, there is almost no margin left. And for that, there's a lot of questions and people that come back with it saying it doesn't work. Can you fix my servo or can you do this that? There's a lot of extra work and not a lot of margin. So actually the shop where I'm working has stopped doing RC altogether, except for the kits the kits stuff, but not like the Tamiya and the bigger stuff, which is a shame because I like that stuff, but you know it's just not feasible. And for most of the other things, also the model trains. You know, it's very, very difficult to really make a living out of that. You know, because the margins are really bad. So even even if they would sell stuff to me against like purchasing prices, it's not gonna be a big discount. So, but anyway,
What I'm hearing there is you have more money to spend on Lego.
Yes. Yeah, we don't sell Lego, which probably is a good thing because I would probably
Yeah, I was going to say that.
spend all my salary on that. But no,
They would just pay you in Lego.
yeah, that'd probably be better. So
You'd come home on a Friday with your paycheck, and your paycheck would be like a UCS edition ATM.
yes, look, honey, yeah. Oh,
Honey, look what I
look
bought.
what
Your
I-
wife's like, how are we going to pay the mortgage?
yeah,
Well, I got 2. I'm going to sell 1 in 10
yeah.
years' time.
That's a good.
It's an
It's an
investment.
investment. Yeah, that's a good one. Good one too. Yeah, so I like that. We've been going on about RC, and I really love having one. But on the other hand, when am I gonna drive it? I've got George has got a couple of cars now. I'm working with him on his cars, and do that a little bit. I'm still using my Bullet MT. We haven't discussed that one. That's probably maybe for some other show showing a little bit.
Yeah.
It goes really fast, and it's like not really a basher, but it's close to it. And that thing just goes, So I've been driving that when I'm out with Giorgio. He drives his truck. I drive the bigger version of it, and we have a lot of fun with that. So that's probably for now. And if there comes a time when I really have the money to do that, I will definitely buy something like that because I like, also the technique. I like to build it as a kit, so I like to build it myself. I don't know if this was all ready to run, but
This is
okay, and I don't
almost
really
right
like
now.
that.
Yeah.
I really love building it myself. That's why I love the Tamiya kit so much, so well. Building everything up from scratch, because that process in itself was so much fun. But now they've got the BRX. We saw the LC70 Land Cruiser a while back, maybe a year ago, with the really cool scale body of a Land Cruiser. It was BRX Boom Racing, and now they have a version 2 of that. With also
The
other.
thing I used to like about the Tamiya kits was you'd buy the basic kit,
Yeah.
but then you could buy hop-ups for the kit. So you could buy like proper ball bearings for the gearbox.
Exactly.
So you could buy metal shock absorbers instead of the plastic ones, and stuff that would make it lighter and faster. And it was always kind of fun because you could sort of mix and match without having to know a lot about where to get the parts. You would just order the
Yeah.
The Tamiya extra motor, extra gearbox part, and you get a bag with the RS540 motor in and a set of ball bearings to the gearbox.
It's cool. Tamiya has always been so good at marketing in that. Their box art looks great. Their brochures look great. You know that it's easy to upgrade. It's all very very well done. And now I've been we got some new tools in from Tamiya. They've got a wide range of tools, pliers and tweezers and files and knives, and it's amazingly well done. It's expensive.
They've got a really good ecosystem to keep people invested in their product.
Yeah, definitely. So big Tamiya fan here too. But anyway, guys, it's 9:00 over here. So we've spent another hour of high quality entertainment. Let's
I mean, we must be doing something right. We've doubled our viewer numbers.
Well, that's cool.
And we have 35 subscribers.
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, let's see how many views we have on this video. I'm not sure if you do that. And again,
I will keep building this. I'll send you some photos.
Yeah, please do.
As it progresses, and then maybe we can talk about this in a couple of weeks when I'm back.
Of course. Let's do that. Okay, so everybody, thanks for watching. Please let us know what you think. Thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you want to do. Subscribe, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And we will keep doing this for as long as we possibly can. So thanks a lot. And hope to see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.